Alright, so this is Console Dreams. I'm going to be going over some advanced building and editing techniques in Fortnite at the moment and what's working. And the first thing I'm going to start out with is the map. So a map that's been around for a while and is always a good map and you're always going to be improving on it is Raiders box fighting map. The code's on the screen right now. Raider 464's box fighting map, you know, has just so many different techniques, and we're going to go into that, and you can practice so many different things in the game, pre-firing and piece control and stuff like that. So we're just going to get into it. So that's where I wanted to start, is the map, and we're just going to go over it one at a time. So we loaded into the game. They haven't added the new charge shotgun yet, so I'm still waiting on it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab attack, because you always want to practice with weapons that are ideal to you as well. So yeah, we can get fancy, use a scar. This is the Raider 464. It's still up on the top of the screen, and as you come in here you can load a bot, and you know, you can practice firing back, and that's pre-fire. You know, there's different types of pre-firing, so I wanted to get into the first pre-firing. I'm timing, you know, you can't guess when someone's going to open up a wall, so that's kind of random, but with this type of pre-firing, you know the wood's going to break like this. You know, I know the wood's gonna break, so I'm just and right when it breaks, I shoot back. And also, we use control is instead of putting the wall in there, if you put the wall, you can put a ramp to the box. You know, and this first bot's more aggressive, but when it comes to the second one, he doesn't really react unless you're in his zone or, you know, you take the first shot on him. So you always want to take a right peek, and you know, and he hasn't shot yet, but you know, and if he does, classic. So and with that, if you don't know what the Mongrel Classic is, when you build a wall and you edit it, you place a ramp in there, you edit it halfway through the takedown, and what that does is that prevents the enemy from more movement than necessary. You know, he might have the side walls, but if you put that ramp in there, it's, you know, he can't put a ramp to protect himself if you're going in. So, you know, another thing I wanted to go into as well is, when I was a beginner, you know, I didn't really hold my walls, and I wasn't confident, especially if you're on higher ping like yourself. But the more you hold the walls, you know, you'd be surprised that people aren't going to get in. So you want to hold those walls. You want to hold the wall while they're shooting at you, and then you want to make your move. He's out of ammo. Don't be afraid to shoot at you with the SMG. You're gonna run out of ammo. See, and that's when that's literally when you know. And I want to make another point. So, like, if you're attacking someone's box, this is gonna be in the piece control section. You know, if he's in this box right here, you know, usually he's gonna come out right here, and then he's gonna go right here. So usually people don't go that way, but you know, you can place 3 cones, that's piece control, and then place floors, you know, and if he sees, he's going to notice right away that you took this, you have the floor open, so he's probably going to put a ramp over himself, and he's going to come this way, but you have the floor, that's piece control, so you want to edge this up, he's going to run right through here, and you're going to hit him. And if you want to get more advanced, you can place a cone in there and box him in, and there's nowhere for him to go, you know. You know, attack it from back here, or shoot at it and take the wall and then put the ramp in. But you don't want to just come at his wall and just start whacking at it, you know, especially when you're this close. He's going to open that and hit you right through there, you know. And if you are coming at the opponent's wall, what you want to do is, you know, you want to be on a ramp. If you get the chance, like me, if I'm coming up on his box, I'll put a ramp down here to fake him out, you know. You have to play these mind games. And I put a ramp down here. And when I come down here, I can hit at his wall. And if he hits the edit at me really fast, I jump up and place a floor. You know, and that's going to work a lot of the times. And, you know, every time you hit the person's wall, you want to pull your gun out. And that's just taking safe measures, because if they're a really fast editor, after you hit the wall once, they're going to edit on you and you're going to be able to shoot back. And every time you take the wall, you want to put that ramp in there. You want to put that ramp in there, or you want to do a cone slide. A cone slide is where you edit the wall out and you put that cone in there. And you hit the edit. It has all walls that are just one shot. You can shoot them or you can hit them, and you can practice. And when you do this, you want to hit the wall and you want to keep your blueprint out, because it saves you a step. Instead of taking your gun out, editing, and then putting that and coming back, you want to literally hit the wall, edit it with your blueprints, out and do it. That saves you so much time. If you do it like that, and if you edit it, confirm it, and just place your ramp, it'll turbo boost, especially if you're on mouse and keyboard. It does the same with controller, but I mean, you don't have to take the time to set it up, because all these walls are one shot. And same thing over here if you want to practice taking cones, floors. You know, so I want to get into the next idea of, you know, using certain exploits. So you gotta use exploits to your advantage. And if you look here on this little strip, if you hit that, you will take the floor first. And they're not going to be expecting that because the pyramid's on top. So you have to hit that little piece. It's like the side rail, and it's part of the floor. And then you can take the cone, and then you got his floor. And he's not going to play. You know? And same thing with building. I'm coming over here now. So as we're coming over here, you know, someone's boxed up. You know, a lot of people, I'm adding, you know, this is building, this is editing. So you want to use the exploits. So one exploit, if you didn't know, was you put a ramp behind yourself, hit the wall, and wood is 2 hits, you know, so with one more hit and you can take the wall. But if he's holding it, he has lower ping than you. What you're going to want to do is jump and swing your pickaxe and hit the wall. And with this ramp has to be behind you. And when you do that, you will phase in. You will phase into the box. You only want to use that when you know they're low. You know, if they're not low, they're full health. That's a, you know, that's 50-50. So you don't want to take 50-50s. So another editing tip as well, that if you want to be a really fast editor, is your crosshair placement. You want to, you know, you don't want to whip around. You know, you don't want to whip a big old circle, or, you know, because it can be fast, but it's not as fast as if you want to make that edit. All you have to hit is these little tiles. And, you know, as you do that, it's going to make your editing faster, and your aim, your crosshair is not going everywhere, because you want to have really smooth crosshair placement. You want to be able to, after you edit, line your shot up with them. You don't want to go all crazy and then have to, you know, or dragging down, have to come up. You just want to be right around there, you know. So, as well as when you are in the box and you feel like someone's going to drop down on you, when you edit, you don't really want to see the screen go blue. So what you want to do is, right when you press edit, you want to select the tile. Like if I want to do a window edit right in front of me, you see how that tile went gray right away. That went gray right away. You know, you want to have your crosshair there before you do it. You don't want to get in the mode and then, you know, because people are fast nowadays. So, you know, you want to be just as fast. And when you're following someone, if you want to tunnel, tap, tap. And I'll get into tunneling in a different video, but this is a advanced editing and building technique, so I'm gonna get into a little bit of building and as within that piece control, you know. So if you're ramping up, so you start in, you know, you're doing a 1v1 or you're in a match, and you're coming back after the opponent. So you're ramping up here. You want to have as much pieces as possible. So if you're feeling like he's gonna get higher than you, so you want to place your floor and pyramid. That's the start. You want to place your floor and pyramid. You want to get really comfortable with this edit, because you're gonna want to get really comfortable next with this edit. That's called a triple edit. So you're taking all of these pieces, and you know, you can put a cone right here, and you have this wall. He's gonna try to 90 right here, and you have this wall. You can open it up, and you can create a tunnel. And if you don't get that wall, let's say you don't get that wall, you can put a pyramid above yourself, close that up, and you're back up. So, you know, and if you are gonna get higher than him, and you're getting fancy, you're double ramping, what you can do is, I call it the Michael Jordan. A lot of people don't know this goes into your crosshair placement with these pyramids. When you're up here, if you're down here, you can look, and you can place that pyramid, 3 pyramids, so you can drop all 3 of these, you know. And that's really helpful when you're really in a battle with someone, you know, and he's a little over you. You need to be able to place that. Look, I could place a pyramid right here. You want to be able to place these pyramids. You can place really far, you know, and that's how you really, a good player really stops, you know, most players in their track. Because if you don't cone people off and wall them off and take as much pieces as you can, you're gonna be chasing after them forever. But if they're 2 stories up, I can still place this stone, you know. And when you are in a fight, another point that I want to go into is, if they're spraying at you with the SMG, you can do a couple of things. One, and especially if you're weak, you want to reset the fight. So reset the fight means, hey, I'm switching to harder mats, and I'm moving boxes. You know, when you do that tunnel, you just really want your floor, and you just want a full tunnel. You know, you can really reset. And if they're chasing after you, you want to get really comfortable with, when you pass halfway of this tile, you want to place that ramp. And that's the tunnel behind you, especially if you're really low on mats and they're chasing behind you. Pass halfway, and you can protect the back of yourself without wasting a lot of mats. You want to be comfortable as well with the Thryfo cone, which is a wall pyramid, wall pyramid, wall pyramid, extended Thryfo cone. You're gonna add from that pyramid to that pyramid, and you always want to utilize the cone and floor, because it can take you out to the face way. You can put a pyramid above it, where you go like this and you don't jump and you do a 90. You're going like this and you're not jumping. So when you do that, you want to start, if you're doing a 1v1 and the guy's going this way, you're going this way, you want to start like this, or just in a match, do 1 infinite 90, and then start a 90 and jump, and you will do 2. Just like that. And that gets you much higher than the other opponent. You're going to take high ground probably 90% of the time, so you go. Because you're doing 2 90s. And as well as when you are also in a box, I can't stress it enough, always have a cone. You always want to have a cone in your box. If you don't, somebody that when you're playing an arena or just public matches nowadays, they're going to hit you with the cone slide in.
when that cone's in your build and they take your wall, you can't really go anywhere, so you're forced to leave. So if you don't want to have to leave your box right away when you don't want, when you don't have to, always have that cone in your box. And when you have that cone in your box, if they're on really low ping and they steal your wall or you let it go for a reason, there's so much moves you can do. And with people, controller players, and everybody wanting to SMG in their box, you can put this wall up and they can't just psycho you and run through your box. So one of the last things that I do want to cover is on how to improve and how to play. It is your game sense. So your game sense really goes into a lot of the wins. Your mechanics are really important, but your game sense is also really almost, I wouldn't say it's more than, but it's just as important as your mechanics, because it teaches you how you should play, when you should rotate, when you should do a number of things. And so there's different ways that you play. In arena, you want to stay alive longer. You can WP, but to actually make it and win in arena, you have to play a certain way still while you're WPing. And one of those tips are, you want to stay ahead of the zone. When the circle's getting really small, you want to open up your map a lot, and you want to be like, if the circle's like this, you want to click it and know where you want to be at, and you want to be ahead of the storm. That's why playing zone wars can be really helpful. So you're ahead of the storm, and you have to learn, when should I launch pad, and is it going to cost me a lot of mats, or is this a free rotate? So that all goes into game sense that you have to learn by playing the game. And a lot of people are going to be wasting their mats in the end zone if they're not rotating right. And if you're ahead of the zone, you rotated early, now it's your turn to hold them, and that's how you get a lot of quick picks. And then a lot of people are out of mats and they're looking for refreshes. And if you're really good at playing that, in public matches, now you gotta play a little different, because they have skill-based matchmaking, and your public matches might be really hard. And in those public matches, though, everybody's just attacking at you, and they're not necessarily playing smart though. So like, they might have pretty good mechanics, but you can outsmart them, and a lot of people aren't gonna know, they don't play arena, how to hold you in public matches. So your game sense is very important on those matters. And that game sense, it's really hard to teach. I can tell you a lot of tips, but it takes a lot of those games, and after you play a lot of those games, you do get comfortable the more that you've been in those situations, to come out without freaking out in those situations. So I really want to thank you guys for watching this video. I'm going to be doing more tutorials on high ground retakes, new weapons. This is my first tutorial video, so I was doing montages. I do stream on Twitch. It's Console Dreams. I am going to be streaming with YouTube as well. Right now I'm uploading my content, so it's just Console Dreams on everything across the board. So if you can give me a follow on there, I would really appreciate it. And I'm trying to build a small community, and I'm appreciative to every dude that I get. And if this video helps you, please share that like. Thank you.